Hi, how you doing? Good evening. This is a wonderful intro I'm doing. How are ya? Alright, so video 6. Yesterday I talked about my personal situation or life struggles or thereabouts. And continuing on that conversation, I'm still getting anxiety. It's crazy. But I think everybody goes through anxiety, and I think it'd be cool if people that like this video, or if anybody actually watched this, to reach out and say hey, because I think we could benefit from talking to each other about our personal experience with life and its anxious moments. And I am gonna try and make a crap ton of videos, even on bad days, even on days when I'm anxious or in a rut, because I'm really passionate about this. But I go through such ebbs and flows. When I'm up here, I just, I really want to do it. I really want to spread my positivity, and I really just want to do stuff. And then sometimes I eat a lot of junk food and carbs and go way, you can't see it, but way down here, and it's just like, I don't feel like making a video today, but I'm gonna try and make a video anyway, regardless of my thoughts, because I am not my thoughts. And that leads me to my next big bomb of a point that I kind of have been beating around the bush with, just dropping the hammer and coming out and saying it, but here I go. So when, if you remember from the last video, when I got a concussion, and after all that I've been through, I realized that the way that I thought I was going to live my life is not the way that I'm going to live my life. And what I mean is that I gained a whole new perspective on what it means to live and be me. I gained a new perspective of what I actually am. As I was saying, I am not my thoughts, and you are not your thoughts, and you and your being are not your thoughts, and not the physical body that you have. What do you think of that one? That is hard to wrap your head around, and it's I think for me it happened sort of, I was always an open person, so it hit me rapidly and probably a little more easily than others, and my knowledge of it has been incredibly fast, but my wisdom is just catching up. And not to go off on a tangent like I usually do, but I've realized all of these things, and then I started to reach out and see other people that think similarly. For example, Eckhart Tolle. He's a wonderful spiritual leader, or just a very insightful person, and his book, A New Earth, really opened my eyes and allowed me to connect what I was thinking to what was actually going on in my world and the world around me. I said you are not your thoughts and you are not your physical being. You are what's right next to that. You are the relationship you have to your thoughts and feelings. I could really go off on a tangent, but so I've got all this knowledge, but not as much wisdom. And right now I'm trying to gain all this wisdom. I'm really passionate about this, and it is probably my number one focus is being present. I don't know if I say that enough, but number one, I'd like to be present and see love. So I said love is just the universal. It's like the number one thing I want. I guess that's sort of my ego saying that I want to see love. But my ultimate being is just presence. Everyone's is just being present right here, right now. Regardless of if there's more hate, more love, more anything in a situation, being present is what you truly are. Being present with what you got at all times. And so Will Smith, the famous actor, I reloaded his video that talks about following your dreams. And so with me having this knowledge and wanting to spread this wisdom, I resonate with what he says in his video about. He says, you gotta just, and this is for everyone, you gotta just do what you dream to do and do what you really want to do, regardless of what anyone else thinks, because deep down, no one else knows like you know. Nobody knows you, no one knows your path ultimately. And everybody's in a different situation in life, and everybody comes with different perspective to every situation. Nobody's gonna come to anything the way that you come to something. So go after your dream. If you're passionate about it and you truly see a benefit in following this dream and focusing on what you want to focus on and living out to your morals, strive to get closer and closer to that every single day. And that's what I'm trying to do. I guess it'd be cool if I posted that video like in my description, I guess. Link in my description, bro. Never done that yet, but it's always a first for everything, I think they say, right? And then, so Will Smith, and then there's Russell Brand, who, like Eckhart Tolle, is another one of those spiritual people that really, I really get what you look him up. I see him on Instagram all the time talking. Listen to what he has to say. It's really odd and it's off-putting, but I really agree with what he has to say. He talks about what I'm talking about, the truth of, or the meaning of life, the purpose of it all, the manifestation of our physical and our mental and spiritual, and today he talked about Krishna and how all of our human ideas, such as government, such as economy, such as countries, the idea of a country is really just a human manifestation. The true nature is all around us always, even if it's in these material. I'm in a basement right now, but I can still see the nature even in these material walls. Materialism is just a mental construct. He talks about the true identity and purpose of ourselves is not found in these human constructs, but found among them, but not them themselves. They're found in nature, in animals, in just being and being present. See, love, and be present. Maybe I'll put Russell Brand's link in the bio as well, or the description. So, I think I kind of rushed through it pretty quick, but let me go back and talk about myself and my anxiety and when I had, when I went through the concussion, for example, and I saw and understood what I understood, and my world shifted and whatnot, I realized almost everything that I thought did matter doesn't really matter. For example, this little piece of rubber that I'm fidgeting with is matter. It matters, but it does not maybe that's a bad example, but this does not prove a material thing. This is an example of material things. A material thing does not make or break anything about us. Becoming wealthy or gaining a lot of followers or gaining a lot of prestige, it can make you happy. But is the point of life to get ahead? I don't think so. I think the points of life are being present and seeing love and hate. And so I drop the hammer. It's not really clear, and me and what I knew before all of these changes happening in my life, if I were to listen to myself then, if I were to listen to myself and what I'm saying right now, back then, I wouldn't understand what I'm saying. You guys probably don't understand what I'm saying. It takes, I guess, luck is a good word to use in this context. Sometimes people go through things that really change them. Sometimes people go through things that really don't change them. It eventually happens for everyone. Eventually. And that thing that I'm talking about is a shift and an understanding in the way that your world works. And yeah, so to be honest, right, I am getting what's called like brain fog, where I get like nervous and don't know how to, or like I don't have the wisdom right now to fully explain what I'm trying to say. But I'll get there, and I think I'll do it in a circuitous manner. And it's not going to make a lot of sense initially, but I'll probably do it. Anyway, have a great day.